Hi guys, my name is Grace. I'm back with another reaction, and today, hopefully you can hear me. I've been planning to use headphones with a mic, but I can't find them, and my other headphones are broken, so today I'm just gonna be like talking loudly, hoping you guys can hear me, and maybe playing the video I'm watching a little bit softer. I'm listening to you guys, trust me, I read your comments. Sometimes it's not that easy to get onto the request right away. I'm sorry. But today I'm going to be reacting to BTS Dionysus, the dance practice for the Mama, or the MMA Dionysus dance practice. And I have to film this in a short amount of time. I do not have long to film, so I'm gonna get started right away. And I'll be starting right now. My friend's texting me. Yes! Okay, first of all, having this dance, I've always seen it, they do it with a table and the chairs, and it's incredible. Choreographing with props is so difficult because you can have a prop on stage and just use it, like, or just have it there for looks without actually using it, but the way Dionysus, whoever choreographed it, decided to use the table, especially when they separate later in the dance, and use the chairs, it makes it such a more complete piece instead of having the tables and chairs just there for decoration. Like, they actually use the props, which is so cool. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and you can see the backup dancers pushing them apart. And I love how they use backup dancers. BTS is always really good at using their backup dancers. This is such an intense dance. You can see how low they are to the ground when they do that swaying. So they do that like, I have no idea what they're saying there. I can't speak Korean. The da 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 da, and they're doing that like front and back thing. Their pelvises are so low. They're grounding their weight. Like, they feel heavy and grounded. Like, they're attached to the earth, and they're feeling the energy from the earth up through their body. That's a concept used a lot in modern dance, and especially modern dances with influence from African dance. African dance and African traditions and African American traditions influenced a lot of dance culture and choreography of American dance styles, so like modern dance and jazz dance. So that connection to the earth is an idea in modern jazz dance, and it stems from African culture and African dances and African dance traditions. Yeah, but I really like how they this is such like a driving beat and such a driving song that I really love how heavy and grounded and like rawr they look. They thrust it at me right then. Oh, J-Hope's so good. Come on, Ripple. Oh yeah, I remember they had to change that. I remember they used to do a, when they did that little walk move on the ground, like where they hop, they stood up and then they fell like into a plank position instead of just like Iron Man sort of landing. Sorry, that was the worst explanation for anything I could have come up with. That was the worst I could have explained that. But they would fall from standing straight up like a plank and would fall to the ground. But I think someone got hurt or it was too hard to do live or something. And yeah, trust me, it's really difficult. I've had to do it in dances before, and it's just like not easy whatsoever. It requires a lot of core strength because you're keeping your body as one piece. You're not letting your hips go first and then your stomach and then your shoulders. Like you've got to be one full, like you're like a plank of wood at a fulcrum falling forward. And it's really, really difficult. And then of course the arm strength to catch someone's entire body weight onto their arms. So BTS, you know, made the right choice changing it because it could cause injury with repeated performance of it, especially while singing and, you know, whatever. It could have caused some issues. I wish the choreographer or someone had realized that before the song actually debuted and before people saw that choreography, because it was such a good choreography and I would love to see the boys do it. And, you know, a little part of me is disappointed that it had to be taken out, but I know that it did have to be taken out. So, yeah. And I like how they changed it up right there. Only Jimin was doing this and everyone else had their hands on their hips. And now changing it up so that everyone is doing the arm now. And I'm surprised. I know censoring of K-pop songs has been a hot topic, a hot issue in the past, especially with sexy concepts, especially female sexy concepts. Some of the videos and choreographies get banned and have to be changed. I'm surprised that this song, which is literally about the god of wine, Dionysus, the Greek/Roman god of wine, and I know in the lyrics they say 1 shot, 2 shot, and they're literally like throwing back shots in the choreography. I'm very surprised that this didn't get changed. And I wonder why. I wonder why it didn't get changed. Not saying that like the censorship is a good thing, because like they're adults, they're allowed to drink legally, you know. So I'm just wondering why it wasn't changed if all these other things were changed. Food for thought. Oh, yes. I can't stop looking at that guy's ponytail. And there they go, using their props so well again. Oh. Oh, what happened? Did this happen? It's giving me very like The Last Supper by Leonardo da Vinci. Oh my god, look at that. All the ripples. It's so simple, just the arm movements, but it's so great. So cool. Okay, so before they go into that whole breakdown, I could tell because it went wom, 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 that it was gonna be like a dubstep breakdown in a second. So you can see that their legs and lower halves are hidden by these black tables, and just the simplicity of like a large group of people doing an arm and a ripple. and it creating that wave outward. It was so beautiful to watch. It was so cool, and like I said, it was very The Last Supper by Leonardo da Vinci, that painting where Jesus and the disciples are all sitting at the table, drinking wine, eating bread, you know, doing all that stuff. And I think that was kind of like, you know, that like Renaissance feeling that the choreographers and stylists were trying to give when Dionysus was being performed, when they had their comeback with Dionysus. Very much the styling was very regal, or they had togas on, and they were like in picture frames, and the table and everything was like all kind of carved and stuff. It looked very Renaissance, or Renaissance was when European people in like the 1600s like looked back to the scholars of ancient Greek and Roman times. So that blending of like that Renaissance style and the style of the togas, and obviously Dionysus is a Greek and Roman god. I loved it. Like, just kind of like tableau, and calling back to that image that invokes that feeling of the era they were trying to emulate. It was very good. I liked it. Hope you did too. J-Hope's just so good. His floor work, wow. How far he travels. I wish the table was like a little higher. Yes, look at them go. Yoongi's so tiny, I love him. Like I said, BTS and Big Hit use their backup dancers so effectively. Come on, dance break. I was gonna say we're missing one. Persona! Oh, never mind. Jin's high note. This is my favorite part of the choreography, when they all sit down. Yes! Right on all the beats. Ooh, look at how far they traveled that. Oh, I thought they were maybe gonna do something funny, but they didn't do something funny. Okay, well, Dionysus, obviously, when it came out, the dance impressed everyone. And I obviously have watched it before. This isn't like a first reaction, but I haven't watched it in a while, and I thought it would be cool to watch. Just like I talked about, they invoked the feeling of the Renaissance era, with the tableaus and like the architecture of their props, and then throwing it way back to like ancient times. I thought that was so cool. And the power they had in their movement. This is such a full force song. Like, it does not stop. It's a ba 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 the entire time, and the choreography emulates that, and it's like they just go hand in hand. There's no disconnect between the choreography and the song, which I really like, because it's like, it's a full piece. It's not like the choreography is one piece and the song is a separate piece, and they just don't correlate fully, which sometimes happens with dance to song, and you know, it can happen in general in art, but it did not happen here. This was chef kiss. Chef kiss, chef kiss. And yeah, I really do enjoy it. The use of backup dancers, they're not props. They first off are crew members moving around the props and everything. Great, pay them extra. But the way they're like actually part of the piece instead of just being like there for show to fill the space. No, like they were part of the waves and really added to the effect. Like, so great, so great. One tiny little complaint. I wish the table was a little bit higher, because these are men. They're full grown men. They're big, they got wide shoulders. They're you know, they're full grown men, and sometimes you can see their little heads or their shoulders peeking up behind it. But I do understand that the props need to be light enough to move, and they also need to be low enough that they can hop onto them super easy. But, you know, who am I to complain? Like, that's just something I noticed, but really, who am I? No one. So yeah, that was my reaction, and let me know what you guys think by commenting down below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!